morning. And this is a webcast about the CODiE Awards for the education companies. It's the education technology categories. And we're very pleased that many of you are able to join us today. We have a couple quick announcements. First of all, we are recording this webcast session. The recording has started. There will be an audio file and, of course, additional information and slide presentations that we can send you via email after this is all over. We will compile those things and get them out to you. There is, you should see, a chat box in the lower left corner of the ReadyTalk conferencing system, and that's where you can submit questions. We will try and get the questions out to everyone. We will try to answer them in a timely manner, and if we fail to do so before the end of the time for some reason, we will try and make sure that we get back to you. And a couple of additional things, the SIA Education Division is going to be hosting an EdTech Pavilion at BET Middle East and BET UK. BET Middle East is at the end of October, the very end of October, and we still have some opportunities for folks to either exhibit with us or to have their products shown or to have their just some sponsoring material there. So let us know. The best person, I guess, since I'm on the webcast here, would be to email me kbillings@sia.net with your interest. And the other one that you may be interested in is our EdTech Business Forum in November. Yep. It's again at the Princeton Club.
There's other ones that we could apply for.
And
the conference has been muted.
Karen, can you speak?
The conference has been unmuted.
All right. So, to see, was there a way to mute everyone except the presenters?
Let me go and work with Wendy. I guess in the short term, may we just ask that all participants mute their phones, and we'll work to get that done.
Great. Okay. So if you do go to our website or go to edtechbusinessforum.net, you'll get information about the conference. Today we have some CODiE folks who are going to be working with us. I've just introduced myself. I'm Karen Billings, and I run the Education Division. Wendy Tanner is the coordinator here at SIA for the SIA Awards program. We have two judges from last year's awards program. One is Laura, is it Zeiger? I should know.
Hi.
Zeiger, sorry about that, from New Jersey State University, and Amy Perry del Cordova, who is in New York State. And I think she looked at a lot of the K-12 products, and I'm assuming that Laura looked at some of the post-secondary products. Yes, since we do a lot of K-20, we're trying to make sure that we get the perspective of both K-12 and post-secondary companies. Jody Pozo-Olano is here from Promethean, and Janine Swenson with Learning Express, and one other person. Can I get your name again, please?
Sure. My name is Don Nutting. I'm the manager of library sales here at Learning Express.
All right. And you are the man in the picture, right?
That's correct.
Okay. This is great. So today we are going to be covering a number of different things. Wendy, the slides are going very slowly.
Yep.
There's something I should be doing? I'm double-clicking on them.
There's
here we go.
A bit of a lag, Karen.
There is a lag. Okay, so I'll click earlier next time. So we are going to be covering the benefits about participating in the CODiE Awards program. I believe that some of the judges here will be able to, or the nominees from last year, winners from last year, will be able to help with that. We want to cover some of the things that are new in this new year of our CODiE program, what the nominating process is all about, and then we clearly want to have time for questions. So in terms of the benefits of participating, they are listed here. I'm sure that you've seen these if you've been to our CODiE's website. But it is, again, a recognition. You're going to get feedback. There will be promotion. And I'm getting feedback. Okay, I'm not even on speakerphone. I am just, maybe this is better. Okay, so then, and then of course, awards and logos for placement on the website. We'll have our two winners talk a little bit about this in a moment. But here are some of the winners from this last year. And these are members. We do have a policy of giving our members visibility, either first or only members when it comes to getting some visibility. All winners will get visibility in the CODiE's program. But another reason to, I think, be a member, and we'll talk about that later, is that, of course, you get sometimes that added visibility. But these are some really key companies. They go, as you can see, from smaller companies that you may not know to larger companies that have been around for quite some time. In terms of what's new in 2012, I wanted to see, too, the CODiE. What does the CODiE stand for? There's a great question there. I think I asked the same question when I came to SIIA 8 years ago. And I was been told that it's sort of a combination of code and information, because that's what SI is all about. Now, I don't know if that's true, if it's lore, or if it's true, but anyway, that's what we do. So for 2012, we looked at, and this is with the input of all of our members and participants in the CODiE's program. When one program is over, we start immediately looking at the next year. And we look at the categories to see if they should be updated in any way, combined, or deleted, and those that are added. We then look at the criteria. And then we select some what we call best overall categories. We'll talk a little bit more about each of these as the time comes. So I think one of the key things is to make sure that you choose your categories when you're nominating. You get a nomination form completed on time, and that would be October 14th, unless you would like to pay a small, penalty fee for nominating late. Now we have we have some new categories. We've combined a few, rather than say professional development, I think, and corporate learning. We have combined those into a professional learning. Each year we've added a few new categories, and you'll certainly see those on the website. There are 3 what we call best overall categories, and those you cannot nominate for. These are the best categories that will be chosen from the voting, and we'll look at everyone's voting when they do the when they've done the judging, and we'll look at the finalists and we'll look at their scores, and then we will top score will get the best K-12 education solution. From those categories that apply. And when you look at the CODiE website, in the descriptions for each of the categories, it will say this product qualifies for one or the other, because it's usually post-secondary or K-12, and then, of course, the best education solution. So I'm going to turn it over to Wendy for a second to just talk a little bit about the pricing and the other information that's on the slide that we just pulled up. Wendy?
Thanks, Karen. And first, I'll tell everyone I have a little bit of a cold, so I apologize if I sound funny. But I want everyone to take note that there is a pricing difference, whether you're a non-member or you are a member of SIIA. We have a chart here with all the prices. They are listed on our website. And as Karen mentioned, there is a little bit of a late fee if you submit your nomination after October 14th. Up until October 28th. And even if you're a non-member, we actually have a really good program called the Join and Save. And with this, you can become a member of SIIA, and you also receive a free CODiE nomination. And with this, you can either submit your nomination and then join. You can see do this within 30 days of submitting your nomination, or you can become a member first, and then you would just nominate at the member price. And this does apply if you have not been a member in the past years. The slide and switch. Okay, nomination October 15th at 5 p.m. And still get about this deadline. Please don't miss it. Sounds like we're going to need extra 1 minute. We'll see if this is a...
The conference has been muted.
Okay, is this better for everyone? I'm not sure why there was some feedback or some echoing there. Sorry about that. I'll just reiterate then, if you didn't hear it, that the nominations do close on October 14th. So please, everyone get your nominations in so you don't have to pay the late fee. And now I'm going to turn it back over to Karen to go over who we look for judging. One minute, please. Sorry, I think we're having a small issue.
All right, can you hear me now?
There she is. There you are, Karen.
Thank you. All right, so back to the CODiE Award judges. This year we are reaching out to a number of partners, association partners and press and folks that we've been in touch with over the years at SIIA to get judges who can really review the instructional and administrative values of the programs. They would be the potential users of the programs. And we have educators both in the K-12 and post-secondary side. We have members of the education press. Some of them do software reviews. That's their job. And what we call EdTech leaders. Some of those are some of the association members and association staff that really know a content area, such as NCTM for the math teachers. At any rate, we want to make sure that we've got a few really good judges for each product. And we're going to cut down on the number of products this year that our judges will be asked to review, because it does take a lot of time, and we'd rather have somebody spend a significant amount of time on 3 or 4 products than a little bit of time on 5 or 6 products. Now, we've got, there's some demo advice here that our judges have given us over the years, and you can look at this. I don't need to read it to you, but again, some of the judges have said that when they're on particularly if they're on a webcast and people are going through almost a script, they just read it quickly, and that doesn't really help. What they really want to know is, what does the product do? And to describe it in a slow manner, and to make sure that the staff is available to answer the questions. Because when the judges sit down to do something and they have a question because they can't really see the product or because they're having an issue, then I would hope that that they get a good response from our companies. Then if you, particularly the judges, are going to be looking at the criteria for judging, they really do follow that. And of course, as you help your judges get to know the product, then the better job they're going to do in reviewing it. Here again, make sure that you've got the URLs for advertising and marketing information, because those come in handy. People can look at those in a number of different ways. And then really focus on the product as it relates to the category, because sometimes the product is broader than the category, but it's really being judged just on that particular category. So make sure that that's covered very well. And Q&A is important, and also, of course, a chance to answer questions. I'm going to ask Laura and Amy to just add any comments or thoughts to this. Amy, do you want to go first? You can unmute yourself. It's a *7. Is Amy there?
Yes, Karen, can you hear me?
Oh, I can. I can.
Oh, beautiful. One thing that I would do is, although the reviewers are all tech savvy, I would assume that they are not. And the reason for that is when you're looking at a software program and you're trying to evaluate it, you want to make sure that it is very intuitive from every user perspective, whether it be appropriate for teachers, students, parents, community members. And in my experience in judging, that has been really an issue, that we need to know that every member that you want to be able to reach your program can actually reach it. The more information you can give, the better. And make sure they have all links, passwords to all PDFs that Karen has mentioned. I have been very fortunate. I have not run into any issues that need to be resolved. As far as links, passwords, accessibility, the companies have been fabulous to work with. But I would also keep in mind that many of the judges are also potential customers, because they're all working in the field for the most part. So you really are showing your product and the best of what you have to the community that you're selling to. So I think that's an added benefit, Karen, that maybe you did not mention in the beginning.
All right. Well, thank you. That's very helpful. Amy, you've been judging CODiE products for us for how many years?
I want to say 8, Karen, but I'm going to hesitate as I say that.
Well, only because I've been at SI for 8 years now, and I think I see your name in the CODiE judge categories most of those years. So if you and I remember correct, the same thing, I bet it's true.
Yes,
okay.
It is true.
All right.
And also the judging has come such a long, long way. I mean, the very beginning, as you and I started, we would the packages would be mailed to us, so we would have the boxes to look at and all the documentation to look at. And now having everything be digital and the judging being digital as well, it makes it so much easier now. And as you said, it's much more comprehensive, and the judging is much more rigorous than it was in the past as well.
Yeah, I remember after a couple of years actually building rubrics for the judges, and it was not easy. We have 20 categories, and each of them have a set of criteria, and to build a rubric that fit each, that really fit the products, was not easy, but I do think that it was worth it, because I think we got better judging results. Let's go to Laura and see what additional comments you have, or just thoughts about the process, because I think you've also been judging since maybe the days of Pepperdine when I first contacted you.
Absolutely, probably about 7 years, 8 years at least, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can give us a little bit of advice. To give the judges some information ahead of time is really quite helpful, to get as much as we can as far as URLs that we could explore prior to any type of a demonstration. Gives us a little background so that we can ask informed questions. In addition to that, when we're given the demonstration, I do print out or have available on my screen the rubric, and I fill in the rubric with information and examples as I'm given the demonstration. So it's really quite helpful if the company would follow the rubric in giving information so that at least we can fill in every category and have as much information as possible. And then in addition to give to us a site that we can play, because with EdTech it's playing that that really is the fun part of it. So if we could get some type of an example site or something that we can go to on our own time to really explore, that gives a really great help to our being able to talk about and really understand the product.
Great. All right. So let's I appreciate the comments from both of you, and given the number of years that you've been judging, and I'm not going to put you on the spot by asking if you're going to judge again, but I do hope that you can. I am going to stick true to my promise of not having so many products to review so that you can do an even better job with each one.
Excellent.
I'm going to turn it over to Wendy to talk about the process of getting nominated and reviewed.
Sure. Well, the first round review is going to take place from November 21st through February 10th of next year. And what happens is after the nominations close, I will assign judges, at least 2 judges per product, and they'll be the ones that will review your product. And this year for nominees, we're asking for you to submit either a full copy of the nominated product, a website URL with login information, a self-running CD demo, or a self-running online demo access. And then besides that, we also would like to have a demo as well of the product. This demo can be either a live product demonstration or it can be a pre-recorded one. What we've done this year is we've given judges the option to choose between either the live demonstration or the pre-recorded one. So we found that maybe with time zones or with schedules, trying to schedule a live demonstration doesn't always work. So we wanted to also have the option of a recorded demo. Now for finalist selection, the judges will score your product. They'll submit their scores, and this score is averaged. One moment here. Trouble with the slides. Okay. And this first round score accounts for 80% of the score, and these scores help us determine who will be the finalists. We do notify all the finalists via email, and I would like just to point out that the number of finalists per category is determined by the number of nominees that we have in each category. So for example, if a category has 5 nominations, then there will be 3 finalists. And if there's 6 to 10 nominations, there will be 4 finalists. The full list of how many finalists there will be is on the website if you want to look for it. And also, we are requiring judges to provide written feedback about each product they review. We think this is really helpful because they share strengths or weaknesses or just additional comments that can help in improving a product. And I really encourage all the nominees, you can just email me and I will certainly give you all of the feedback that they provide. Now we'll announce the finalists in February. And how we do this is we issue a news release. We also do a lot of promotion via social media. We provide all the finalists with a logo that says this will be 2012 CODiE Awards finalists. And at trade shows, and Karen does this each year, she'll give out a finalist a little tent card. And then at this time we have Jody and Janine. They were both winners last year. So I wanted to turn it over to them to see if they also wanted to share some of the benefits of being a finalist. Janine, would you like to go first? Janine, are you on? If you hit *7, you can unmute yourself.
Okay. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. I'm actually going to have Don Nutting go first for us.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. I am Don Nutting. I'm the manager of library sales here at Learning Express. And just to give you a brief background of who we are, We were founded in 1995, and Learning Express offers customizable e-learning solutions as integrated web-based platforms with interactive digital content. And the content is presented as software, as a service application to the consumer, as well as institutional markets. Our products are delivered through prescriptive learning paths designed to help users assess and explore and prepare for and achieve their goals, their career goals, as well as academic goals. Janine?
Thanks, Wendy. We thought that the finalist category was great to be a part of. I want to just reiterate what Karen said earlier, that the nomination process is key in that you select the correct categories, and then once you've done that and you fall into, we did live demonstrations. It was great to be a finalist in the category that we went into because the visibility for the news releases, the social media, the logos, and the SIAA was great as far as providing us graphics that we were able to implement on our site and in other places.
Jody, do you have anything else? Jody, do you have anything you'd like to share?
Hi, yeah, this is Jody Pozzolano. I'm head of public relations for Promethean North America, and our experience with the CODies was really positive this last year. The team at SIA was really helpful in terms of setting everything up and giving great guidance in terms of how to create and deliver a winning presentation to judges. For our organization, winning the CODiE really was an endorsement among our peers in the industry to just that our products are premium products and really helping educators, deliver on their promises and meet their objectives. So for us, it was really just a home run.
Great, thank you. I will move on to the next slide. And Karen, I'll let you take this one.
All right. The second round of voting, after the education-focused judges have helped us pick the finalists, and again, the number of finalists will depend on the number of nominations. If it's a smaller, more niche category, and there were only, let's say, 10 or 12 nominations, we may have 3 or 4 finalists. Some of these have a huge number of applicants, so we also then select more finalists. But those are the finalists are the ones where the members then do the next round of voting. They again review the products. They get the same rubrics to vote on, and again, their vote is just 20% of the total score. So we've looked at this very carefully, and it rarely changes. When your education-focused judges, sort of rank the top few products by their scores, they are still, what we found out last year, pretty much the same products that become finalists and are in the winner's circle. So we do watch the SI members, and they are blocked for any categories where they have a product. It would hardly be fair to have Pearson people voting for a category where Pearson is a finalist. So we block those, and the others get to vote. Now, the winners are announced it'll be May 7th. It will be at the EdTech Industry Summit, which we host every year in San Francisco, usually in May. We have, and it's usually a Monday night, a gala. It's a dinner. It's a really fun affair. Some people view it as sort of the Academy Awards for the software industry or the EdTech industry. We have a great time, and it's quite nice to go up there and to be awarded a CODiE. There are different benefits for being a winner, and some of them are listed here. We have immediately after people go up and get their award, that it will be videoed, so people could be watching at home, and if you accept the award, then you will be on camera. We also have you guided into a room where there's a photo shoot and a short video done so that you can use that on your website, and of course we can use it on ours. The next morning early, we will have issued a press release with information about all the winners. And then, given the social media, there's just a ton of things going on there. The winners do get a special logo, and you see one there. And am I right? Learning Express folks, is that your logo? It looks like it.
Hi, Karen. Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's our logo, not our logo, but we use the CODiE logo, and that's just an example of the signature that we've added to the end of our email addresses. Mm-hmm. We also posted that on our website, and we've taken advantage of all of the CODiE sponsored events as far as the presentation, the news release, the social media, the Twitter feeds. And I wanted to add that it really added a lot to our social conversation. It created relevant dialogue to our product, because when we tweeted on Twitter and posted on Facebook the positive comments from our customers congratulating us on our finalist status and then later our wins, was just, so valuable. And by being able to display the CODiE award symbol, it's highly regarded. It further validates our products with our new and existing customers. It kind of adds value, gives us a brand of excellence. And nothing could have been more evident than that. In 2008, we won a CODiE for also another product, which that division was sold off from the company. And it was a 2008 CODiE award that added the value that brought our buyer to us for that particular market. So it's a valuable thing to win.
Yeah. So we never. Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I can also attest, as working in the sales area, that when you're talking to potential clients, mentioning the CODiE award does add value to the sales experience. I can also attest to the many conferences and exhibitions that I've been to. Having a banner where we did win the CODiE award is a great topic of conversation, and you'll also find that it'll be conversations that will be brought up by potential clients. So it is a great thing to have, and it certainly does help expedite the sales process.
Thank you. That is very helpful. I also did want to say that I think it was at ISTE, or possibly Campus Technology this summer, but it was sometime this summer after the awards program in May, that I was at an exhibit, and walking up and down the hall, and I see this sign, and I just snapped a picture of it. What was interesting is that they've got 3 CODiE logos on there. They don't have their own that I could see, but it is from Agilix. So just to give them presence. Jody, did you have anything to add for benefits that you've received from being a winner?
Well, I'm not sure benefits so much as what I wanted to share was that one thing that really worked for us, and some of the feedback that our team received from judges as we went through. Maybe this isn't what you're looking for, Karen, but in presenting and defending your nomination to be a CODiE winner, the one thing that we heard from some folks was that it was helpful to think about, because they're all technology products, and so it's sometimes hard to wrap your hands around them and use them when you're on a WebEx. And so that user experience and how do you present your product in a WebEx was a challenge for us. And I think for not for our Planet team, because that was what we won the CODiE for, and that's an online community. But how do you take a hardware device and break it down? So thinking about the venue in which you go to present to the judges is one of the things we put a lot of thought in when we went to present, and one of the judges complimented us at the end of the webinar, saying that was really well done. So I guess that would be my tip, I guess, to the crew here on the phone, is if you think that through and practice it a couple times, it does come back with great rewards.
Yeah. just like a professor who does a good lecture or someone who gives a good presentation. It's all part of the communication. But this is, we're coming close to the end of the awards. I know that you will be asking more questions, which is fine. We'll try to get those. If you have a question, please get it into the chat feature, or you can send it to myself or to Wendy Tanner. I'll be putting up her email at the very end here. I just wanted to share this picture that we took in May in San Francisco at the Palace Hotel. Really sort of we hadn't done this before, so it was the first time that right at the end we said, well, everybody who got an award tonight, got a CODiE tonight, would you come on up on stage and we'll just take one big group photo. And so a lot of people came up and we were able to share this photo. It was very informal, so it was really great. And I think I see on the left there, is that from Learning Express?
That's correct. On the far left, you see Barry Lipman.
Barry Lipman, okay, because I know that he got there. Some of these folks got 2 awards, and I think one of these, Robert Iskander over there on the right-hand side, actually got 3 awards that night.
Well, actually, Barry's holding 3 awards as well. So
he is, okay.
Yes,
I know he's got, I can see he's sort of like, two-fisted there with his awards. No, it's great. It was also the first CODiE awards program that Wendy participated in. It was sort of a jump in with both feet and gear right up, and she did a great job of managing that last year, and so she's got a lot of good experience behind her now. And so if you do have questions about the program, please go ahead and email her. I see that there's a few more questions. Wendy, I don't know if you want to take the one about the 200-character entry, but there's her email address. So if you have questions, please go ahead and ask her after this is over. We do have some social media tags there, our hashtag CODiE12. And so if you nominate when you're a finalist, when you're a winner, then please start tweeting about it, and it sort of benefits everyone. Do you want to answer the question about the 200-character entry?
Sure. We actually use this description to help us make sure your product is in the right category, and also it is information that is given to the judges, so they have a little bit of more information going in besides just the name of the company and the name of the product.
Mm-hmm. And then Karen Ross has a question about confirming when the demos are completed. How are they scheduled?
Sure. The demos take place in that mid-November through beginning of February time frame. And what will happen is after judges are assigned to a product, judges and nominees will be connected so that they can get in touch with each other and determine whether a live demo or a pre-recorded demo will be done. And there are 2 judges per product, but each individual judge can choose between the live demo or the recorded one.
Okay. And can you give us the website for the CODiE nominations? Because some people are asking where exactly they can submit their nomination.
Sure.
What the next steps are.
Sure. It is www.siia.net/CODies, and I'll put that into the chat as well.
Oh, I just did.
Okay.
Just CODies, right?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. And let's see, I think there was one other question. What should their next step be exactly?
Sure. Well, really is looking at the categories and identifying where your product would fit. And then we'd have the nomination form online, and the nomination form itself is easy to fill out. It's just a little bit of product information, when your product was launched, and you give a brief description of why you fit into that specific category you're selecting.
Okay. And the last one is, where do they find the actual list of the EdTech categories?
Sure. That's also on the website, and there's a heading in the navigation bar that says categories. And when you click on that, there will be 3 groupings listed. And when you select education technology, it'll just jump you down the page to the beginning of the ed tech categories.
Great. Great. And then somebody did ask a question about the number of judges again, and I wanted to make sure that one of our goals this year is to really find more judges. And in each of these, we're going to be taking a very careful look. If they haven't been reviewing the products, we will have backup judges ready to go so that there will be at least 2 judges who will have looked at the product. It's not fair to the judge or certainly to the company to only have one, and that it's happened less and less each year, but we are taking that on as another improvement that we need to make. One of the things about setting up the partnerships that we have with associations and with ed tech leaders and with the press is that we're really getting the word out for judges. Wendy, do you know how many judges we have already that have been approved and are ready to go?
I think we might be close to 100.
So we are gearing up. We're just going to expect that we get a lot of nominations and we'll have judges ready. If if there aren't as many nominations as we expect, and I think there will be, each year we have more. Each judge will just be given fewer products to judge, meaning they'll have more time to spend on each product. So we're really focusing on that this year, and I hope that you will see an improvement in that. I know that some of the folks have had to are having to leave us pretty soon, so I would like to close the session for now. And please, again, Wendy's email is there. She's here to take questions. She doesn't travel quite as much as I do in the fall conference season, so she's going to be able to get more quickly to your questions. So please do use her as the key reference point when you've got CODiE questions here at SIIA. Thank you all for joining, and I look forward to looking at various products and nominations that come in. Bye.
Thank you. Please stand by.